Oh, hi everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon and Banshee. And I had this moment of like, did I turn on the mic? I think I did.
Hey, you said my name for me today. This is usually with Oberon and me, Banshee. How's everybody doing?
I always like to talk for you. That was the only time I'll ever get away with it though.
What am I doing? I don't know. I'm playing with something I had on a silly little workplace altar that I made for myself today. You know, if you got to work from home, hey, you can set up your own shrine and nobody's the wiser. Except you guys who are following me on Twitter.
And I am uncharacteristically wearing short sleeves today because I'm just so warm in here. I'm not sure what happened.
Well, the temperatures have risen, finally. My gosh,
Yes.
It was near 70 today. Although
Awesome.
rainy, we couldn't go out. It's going to be about 75 tomorrow, but very rainy for a good part of the day. But you know, Mr. O, maybe by the time I get off of work, it might be sunny enough to take a walk.
That would be nice.
So anyway, this was just a little toy I had on said altar. I hope everybody is doing well.
So let's talk about things.
Yes, let's. Some video came out recently. 2 of them, I believe. Well, 1.
Well, in about a week's time, a couple. I think the one about the kitties. TFT presents the kitties. That one.
The
came
little
out.
kitty short that Mr. O did on his quarantine days.
I think it's called Presenting the TFT Kitties.
Yes.
And then
Look at how our minds are syncing tonight. Gonna be a good night, huh? And then we did our coronavirus update, which was very revealing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm great to see a lot of places are going in the right direction now as far as numbers go, but unfortunately, a lot of places are having numbers go up, and some places have no restrictions at all now. I'm talking to you, Wisconsin. So, you know, it's hard to say what's going to happen, but we tried to pin it down with our reading, and I think some interesting things came out of that.
All right, so let's talk about our decks.
I will, but I'm pulling a card for everybody
Oh, that's
from something called...
You'll need my assistance.
Now I'm stuck, yeah, because he's got a new system here because of the cats. The Power of Flowers cards. Ooh. So, hey, January girl. Hi, welcome.
Hi, January girl.
I am going to have Mr. O grab one from here. This is nice. Do you want to show the back? There's this nice leaf background on the back. I like that. I'll mix that in there.
Hi, Balkus.
Hey, Balkus. Welcome, welcome.
Do you read them reversed?
No, I don't believe I do. So
Okay.
you can put that up. That's the Oriental Poppy he has pulled. And this particular tool is from 1999. It's a U.S. Games deck. And the creator, Isha Lerner, is somebody who's done a really cool tarot deck called the Inner Child Tarot. I used to love to play with that.
Yeah,
I used to
remember
play
that
with
one.
that thing all the time. So let's see what she has to say about the, what is it again? The Chinese poppy? And you know what's funny about this? Did that have a number on it, Mr. O, by chance?
I don't see it there. I was doing a little readjustment here.
Oh, it's the Oriental poppy, right?
Yes, the Oriental poppy.
Sorry. So the Oriental poppy, what do we have to say about this? This is kind of an archetypal deck. So the archetype for the Oriental poppy is the shaman. And so basically, shamans are powerful healers and spiritual teachers found in indigenous cultures throughout the world. As the wise elders and medicine doctors of their tribal community, these highly respected men and women are intimately familiar with the hidden dimensions of nature in all her forms. The shaman guides us into the formative reality of everyday miracles, seeking answers to life's most important questions. So the healing aspect to this card is the poppy shaman calls you back to your true home in nature, where your soul speaks directly to you, delivering many sacred messages. Deep in your heart, the muses are aroused, and the plant and animal spirits surround you. Vibrant rainbow colors swirl around the poppy shaman's head, symbolizing the divine rays of unity and harmony that exists only when one has attuned to nature and her consorts in the deepest possible ways. And a poppy blessing is blazing poppy, bearer of dreams, a shaman's call to magical schemes. Guide me into light and dark, a path of transformation. I embark. Very nice.
Beautiful.
So that is our card for the collective for today. So we've got Balkus came in. I think, wow, we've got a small night so far tonight, eh?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody what I'm using tonight.
Absolutely.
I'm going to use the Nefertari. Whoops. The golden gilded tarot that everyone loves. But I also have the Tarot of the Night Sun. That's the back. And that's the Page of Cups, which is a nice one. And then on reserve, I have the Tarot of the Northern Shadows, but I'm not going to bring those out at this time.
It's funny you mention that, Mr. O, because I still have my, oh gosh, what is it called? The Forest of Enchantment deck, but I'm going to keep that one on the side tonight. And I'm just going to stick with the everyday.
Hi, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. The Everyday Witches Tarot, and which is, of course, by Deborah Blake and Elizabeth Alba. And by the way, Elizabeth Alba, this wonderful artist, is working on an owl tarot that looks really awesome. I can't wait to see that. I love the artwork on the Everyday Witches Tarot, so I'm looking forward to that deck as well. And then I also have the, where is it? Oh, yes, the Totem Animal Tarot, which I've been liking to read with lately. And so after Balkus, you did say that Jenna came. Got that. All right. Also, one more thing before, and I'm going to be using the Ciro Marchetti Lenormand, but I think I'm going to switch that up next week. I'm trying out one of my newer decks, and I might switch to that on Sunday. But anyway, on my altar today was something called the Book of, I'm just going to hold it up here, the Book of Answers, which, he's going to, okay. The Book of Answers, and just ask it a question. This is kind of bibliomancy planned. There are different phrases on every page, so you ask a question like, will I hit on one of my lottery numbers tonight? And then you look for an answer. Well, others will depend on your choices. Doesn't quite answer that question. But I guess if I spend too much money on my lottery numbers, others might get upset.
Sonny's actually just sort of out of camera range. He's sitting under the main camera, but it doesn't grab him. And then the side one here, he's not going to squeeze in between.
Is he going to make it on the main? He might be out of today, but the problem has been that sometimes we have a hard time laying out our cards because of Sonny being right on top of them. So we're going to try something different today so that, the cards are more visible. And hopefully Sonny will pop into view and lay over here so you'll be able to see him in the main camera.
Yeah, he's actually directly in front of Banshee by about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. And I see we have Madeline Aqua here. And we do keep a list, so we are going to put you on the list, Madeline.
Oh, Madeline, welcome.
XDMBO.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to our show.
I'll go over the list in just a minute. I think I'm ready, actually. So, yes, I think I am. I just want to double check again. All right, this is the list as I have it. And hey, Libra Cusp got in first. And then there's Josephine, Sunny, January Girl, Balkus, Jenna, and Madeline. So it's a little slower night tonight, which is fine. We can't always be a packed house. And that's good for you. So, hey, Libra Cusp, you are up. And you know how it is. People will come probably, throughout the show. We'll be adding people to the list. Just had to grab something I forgot. All right then. Well, it was a crazy work day for me today, and it was so gloomy outside for most of the day. And rainy, but not that bad. I guess the main rain is coming tonight through part of tomorrow. It's going to be really heavy. Might get a little lightning and thunder, stuff like that. Lakeisha. Hi, Lakeisha. I'll add you to the list.
Were you waiting on me?
No, I actually
Oh, okay.
said Libra Cusp could throw in the question, and they did. So what is coming towards me? Okay. Want to use one of mine?
Sure, go right ahead. And thanks for the question, Libra.
All right.
Hi, Lakeisha.
I
Hi,
got you
Sunny
on the
Day.
list.
I know, I'm just saying hi.
Oh, I know. I'm just letting her know again. We'll go over the list again in a minute, Lakeisha. It's not super long, so... Well, I hope everybody's doing well in these difficult times still and hanging in there. We're doing okay. My family's doing okay.
Yes, I am definitely doing okay.
My family is my son, too, you know. And his family. And your mom. We don't want to forget your mom.
I made... What did I make? Chicken Alfredo.
Well,
Sort of.
with the help of a sauce, but he tweaked, and it was pretty darn good.
Why, thank you, Banshee.
You are very welcome, Mr. O. I think some cookies are due this weekend.
Oh,
It's been at least a week since I baked cookies, hasn't it?
so what is coming for Libra?
I'm going to lay them out here just
Sure.
for the moment, and you can put them up there. Wow, Libra Cusp. You've got one card I don't like to see upright, but the other two are great. So you've got the Page of Pentacles upright. That was the first card. You have the Queen of Pentacles upright.
So the page and the queen from
Yeah.
that suit, yeah.
And you have, dun dun dun, the Devil.
I don't know, he looks like a metrosexual or something.
I'm
Well,
not sure. He looks kind of sleazy to me there with those young
yeah,
young
you're right.
ones.
They're usually a little neater than that.
So basically, it looks as though it's hovering around money and finances, maybe a little bit, possibly education if you are taking classes. But it looks to me like maybe a new direction or some news about money or finances, possibly some new income stream maybe coming to you. And the Queen of Pentacles seems to indicate to me that, you know how to manage your resources well, or you will. It seems to me that that's all very good signs. However, one has to be careful about being too obsessive, whether it's too obsessive about accumulating wealth and resources and putting too much focus on that area of your life, or maybe it's something that's draining those resources. You get it, you manage it, but then you want to spend it right away. So do be aware of that. I think the Devil's just kind of a cautionary note there. What do you think?
Well, he's over here, the page, and he's standing like maybe at a road, and it's a crossroads because you see the sign there, and the sign points towards a tower. But on the ground in front of him, there seems to be like a map, and so it looks to me like maybe he thinks he's found his way. He doesn't need the map, or there's something visionary about this that's guiding him rather than function.
I like that card, and I like these cards because there's a lot of different little subtle clues there. Like, for example, do you think it means since the map is on the ground that he feels he doesn't need the map?
I sort of getting the feeling there that this is a person who is maybe residing more on a mystic or intuitional thing than the factual, pragmatic map there. There doesn't seem to be any distress involved in that. Notice too that he's got the little familiar or the little black cat over there, so that's his guide or his guard. But I think that the path is leading him towards this thing with the Queen of Pentacles, which is this new beginning or a start of creativity, like new projects, like
That's true,
something
too.
just really bumping you up with, either more responsibility or more abilities to be creative. And like Banshee says, I think that devil's a little concerning because it just may be that maybe some of these things may gestate and form the idea of you like them too much.
Say hi to
point.
Sunny's tail.
Yeah, I think they can see most of Sunny there. So, but there's Sunny. But you might like it so much that there's an addictive thing about it, like the feedback loop from this project or this situation will have a sense of intoxifyingness about it because you may be doing something really exciting to yourself, and so you'll just have to watch that you. So I'm wondering, like maybe this is, social networking, even though it's the
Well, and I
Pentacles,
see what Libra said there that you've changed in the last month or so, and I think going through what we're going through right now, it has changed a lot of us. We're actually putting some money aside, shock of shocks, and so. Which we rarely do. So
Yeah, we're not great savers
no,
usually.
and obviously we're forced to eat more at home. So there's little things we're realizing about some of our spending habits. So I think there's a lot of lessons that can be learned from what we're going through right now.
Right, exactly. So let's pull the letter.
I would love
Libra.
to, but your plan is flawed in one respect. What could it be?
Well, he's here even if I am
I
doing
know.
that or not, so you can't blame that on me. You just can't because he's
We're
there
talking
anyway.
about the fact that I have no room to shuffle.
How about if I shuffle and then I fan him out and you draw two?
It's not the way I do it. Because Mr. O,
Yay, flexibility!
I could let you shuffle, and I might next time. I just made room for myself though. But what I do,
What a
and you
treat
know what?
for me.
That would sure make it more of a team effort now, wouldn't it? But I take a card from the top, and I take a card from the bottom for this
I know you
reading.
do that.
So I don't fan them.
Yes, I see.
So the first card I drew was a ship, and the second card I drew was
The mask.
the mask. And so the ship is kind of about changes or new adventures, maybe a travel. But be aware that the mask is also about
Deception.
deception.
People not being what they seem to be.
Yeah. So, if you're planning a trip or something, I'd be very concerned about the arrangements and making sure everything is on the up and up. Like, for example, maybe a lot of people who are traveling by plane think that the airlines are all practicing social distancing, but as we've seen, some of them are not. And so, they're filling up these flights.
Banshee, I can't believe you did that. When you travel, make sure you have your mask.
Oh!
Boom.
That's so true. So the thing is that I just think that, just be careful, but also about changes, something that maybe appears like a direction that you want to go in. Be sure make sure you're absolutely sure about all the fine print, all the details of what you want to do, because there might be something hidden, and that you don't realize before you get in too deep, and it might be important for you to know in advance.
Well, as I often say, I don't know a thing about Lenormand. I just sort of
Yeah.
look at the images and come up with something. But the other thing I like to do is I like to see what in those Lenormands might possibly harken back to the reading. I'm not sure if I got that this time, but to me, the ship says you're moving. It's either a trip or it's a short trip, and that trip is taking you towards a mystery or towards the chance at discovering or figuring out a mystery. So something you travel or some way you move, maybe it's a mental thing, advances the idea that you figure out something, a mystery you've been trying to figure out, or you figure out somebody's deception, and maybe I'm going to just say that this sort of, to me, harkens to the devil, that maybe that was happening there is that this idea that I said that something about this new possibility for you is intoxifying. Maybe that's what the mystery is you have to figure out what that's about, because you don't want to have that. You don't want to be indebted or overwhelmed from that materialistic level to where you don't feel like you can function at a spiritual level.
Well, the other thing, I think you made a good point there. I think also something to consider, Libra, because maybe this has to do with something else, like somebody around you who has initiated some kind of change. There might be some deceptions in the reason why. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It's an interesting combination for sure. The mask has been coming up a lot lately too.
But see,
in
that's
my
when you
readings.
get when you go to TFT, because you get two readers
Two.
and they don't always necessarily agree, but their collusion is generally better than not.
Well, true. But on the other hand, we just give you more options to consider because we both have different perspectives on the cards. And therefore, one of those is bound to resonate with you and give you the insight that you need. And that's what it's all about.
Some would say we're hedging our bets.
I don't know
we
about
wouldn't.
that. I don't know about that because there's so many times we are in total agreement.
Right. We just really sometimes speak about it differently, but more often than not, those core ideas there come through to each of us. Alrighty.
So that's what we have for you, Libra. I hope that helps. And Josephine, you are up. I'm going to put my list here. You could do a sunny cam now that you had to move the camera once. Oh, well, never mind.
Well, you could do it, and I think it would still work.
No, I don't see it. That's interesting.
Okay, hold on, because I probably don't have it. Oh, I saw it.
Did you?
Yeah, he's right there.
Oh, you know what? Because I have a delay on my darn camera.
Hello.
Hello, Sunman. There's our sun look for now. You have a little bit of a delay too, I see. All right, so what's going on here with the chat? Where is
Josephine.
Josephine?
And I just I'm trying something with Word, seeing if I can just paste in the list. It didn't exactly format the way I would have liked. They just all run together. So I'll have to work on that. But that's the current list. Josephine's next. After that, Sunny, January Girl, Balkus, Jenna, and Madeline. Did I miss anybody?
No, everything's fine on your end, right?
What do you mean fine on my end?
We're live and all of that.
We're live. Yes, we
Right.
are. We are. Is anybody here?
Anybody home in the chat?
If anybody is there and hear us, please say something because we're actually wondering if we're live. What would have happened? Says we're live.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't have went out to Word. I don't know.
It's just another window bar. Well, we could go ahead and call the next person.
Did you type their name in? Because I'm doing that now.
Yeah, it's right above yours.
Oh.
See that? List.
Well, the chat seems quiet. Anybody there?
I don't know what happened. See, it says we're live.
I know. I don't see anybody in the chat responding to
Well, I
us.
see 8 watching, but nothing's going on. I don't know.
I'm not sure what to say. I mean, I could keep talking, but without anybody to read for. All right, so who's after Josephine? Let me try that and
Sunny.
see. Sunny, are you there?
I'm going to open up our Twitter and see if somebody's commenting over there.
Did the chat get toggled off somehow?
I don't know how I could have done that.
I don't either.
So how do I pull up the notifications to determine that?
I don't know anything about
I'm in Twitter. You know that.
Oh, Just you're on our page, right? Go to the envelope spot there. The envelope on the side where you're at.
I don't see an envelope.
There's an
Yeah.
envelope with a dot above it, a blue dot.
Okay. Yeah, looks like you lost everybody. So May, who's watching in the chat, has indicated that we may have lost everybody.
And they may not even hear us, so
We're gonna gosh, I don't know
put
how
up
we
the
did that.
technical difficulties.